This time when I bounce back, I'm not bouncing back from a loss. I'm bouncing back from a lesson.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sharice, and if you're new to this channel, this is Amazing Vibes, and we talk about inspiration, beauty, and lifestyle. And today I will be discussing how every loss is a lesson. But first, what I want to do is listen to some of these TikTokers. I also encourage you to show them some love on TikTok. Their information will be down in the description box below. And without further ado, let's get started.
For me, losing just is the worst feeling in life at anything, whether it's cars, golf, basketball, whatever it is.
I hate losing. I mean, it's not even a question. But I have to respect losing because losing is a part of winning.
Yeah.
You know, you never just, win. You got to lose to win. Where you would look at, how can I do things different? How can I change? How can I make this team better? And that's the thing about a team, and you know this too, is that before you can look at someone else, you got to look at yourself in the mirror, because that's how things get started, and you got to be willing to change.
That's why losing in life is so important, whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important, because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
What does losing feel like to you?
It's exciting. It sucks to lose.
Right.
But at the same time, there are answers there. It's exciting when you win, it's exciting when you lose, because the process should be exactly the same. As you go back and you look and you find things that you could have done better, certain weaknesses that were exposed. But the hardest thing is to face that stuff. The mistakes that you made in that game, you have to do the hard stuff and watch that game and study that game to not make those mistakes over and over again. You gotta deal with it.
Face it.
Gotta deal with it. Face it, learn from it.
After you lose, or when you get knocked down, stay down there for a minute. Understand why you lost. Why did you get knocked down? Because if you just jump right back up, you're gonna lose again. So every time I lost, I stayed down for a second. Minutes, hours, days, weeks. But when I stood up, I was different.
You realize how much your life changes when you lose. When you win, it's just on to the next. So here's what it is, isn't it?
I know who I am. Like, losing, you find out who you are. And losing sucks, but in those moments, like when you're down, it's a great time to experience you. You know, because like when you're winning, you can get this momentum. When everything's going good, you can kind of get in that groove where you're just on cruise control, you know? But when you lose and the phone stops ringing and you're at home laying in bed going to sleep by yourself and everything, the dust settles, you know, that's when you experience yourself, who you really are.
Be patient with yourself. Listen, you haven't been this version. You are growing into somebody new. You are growing into the person that God has called you to be. Of course, it's going to feel hard. Of course, it's going to feel like you're losing. Of course, but you got to keep going. Like, you are destined to become this person. And the more you try to suppress it, the more you hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. This is what needs to happen in order for you to get there, to your promised land, to whatever blessing you've been praying for and hoping for. This needs to happen. Some things need to break off. Some things need to be built up. God is pruning you. God is building you up. God is building certain characteristics that you need to have in order for you to go into your next season. Believe and trust him.
Kids, if y'all out there listening right now, the only way you gonna learn, the only way is real, because when you get that thing where the people be like, you failed, take that. Real talk, it's the only way, because that's your mirror. You thought you was that. You didn't make it. Can you deal with it?
I go by a rule, 2 L's, 2 W's in life. First you lose, then you learn after you lose, then you win after you learn and lose, then you gain wisdom after you win, lose, and learn. That's it. Because guess what? When you look at 2 L's, what is it? What is that? Big W. So you winning either way. Look at that. 2 L's equals a W. So what we really talking about losing?
I remember last year around this time, I lost everything that I had. I lost my job. I lost my car. Yo, I was low on money because I was having car problems around that time. So the money that I did have, I had to use it on my car. So it was so crazy, y'all. Like, it's so crazy. But the reason why I'm saying this because you can be going through, you can lose everything and get it back 10 times better, y'all. I have a better paying job a year later, y'all. Not even a year later, but some months later. I have a better paying job. I have a new car. I have 2 cars at that. I have a new car that I don't have no problems with right now. God, thank you, Jesus, for that. Yo, my son don't want for nothing. And when I lost my job around that time, Christmas was next month, y'all. Christmas was in like 2-3 weeks, y'all. Guess what? I had no money to get my son something. I had no money to get my son nothing. But guess what? So thankful for my family, because my family got him everything he wanted and needed. So that was something off my shoulders. But what I'm saying here is right now, y'all, you can lose everything and get it back 10 times better. 10 times better. Like, you can lose everything and you're going to get it back. Yo, you can be going through something a month from now. 2 months later, you got it better. Pray your way through it. That's what I did. I prayed my way through it, and I hold it down, y'all. Like, I thought I was never going to get out that dark space. Never, y'all. I thought I was never going to get out of it, and everything's happened for a reason. Guess what? I lose that job because God had a better job for me. That my car was giving me problems because God wanted me to get another car. Like, you see what I'm saying? I was broke because God wanted me to see how I feel to be broke. I know how I feel to be broke. I know how I feel to lose everything and get it back. I know how that feels. I know how that feels. I know how that feels to hit rock bottom. Like, I know how I feel. I had to feel that. Everything happened for a reason, and guess what? I up now. And I thank God every day for that. I thank God every day for that, because I know how I feel to have nothing. You see what I'm saying? And I got a child. So, you see what I'm saying? That was my first time. That was my first time ever in life. I'm 22 years old, y'all. And that was my first time ever hitting rock bottom like that, ever. Losing everything, having to get it back. But guess what? Everything happened for a reason, because I up now. You see what I'm saying? I up now. I learned from that. I learned from that. And I ain't going back. I ain't going back to what happened. I learned from that. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. I'm telling you, you live and you learn, boy. But the reason why I'm saying this, if you're going through something, keep going, pray your way through it, because it will get better. God has you. Pray your way through it. You will, listen, you will get it back 10 times better. You will get it back. Maybe 20 times. You will get it back. You will. God don't play. God don't play about his. That's all I got to say. Keep your head high, and nothing you can't handle, and nothing you ain't going to get through. That's all I got to say. That's the message for the day.
I've lost a lot in life. People, places, things, and almost my mind. But one thing I realized, that these losses were not just losses, but they were lessons in disguise. See, in the school of life, these losses that you experience are just lessons that you need to learn. You losing that person is teaching you not to take life for granted, or not to take advantage of people, to honor them, to respect them, and to cherish them, and to keep them close to your heart. We need to change our perspective and understand that these losses aren't just losses, they are lessons, and we have to pay attention to the lessons. You see, we get so caught up on how we feel, and we get caught up on the loss, that we refuse to go back to the drawing board and reevaluate some things. What could we have done better? If we lost our place, could we have paid attention to all the financial advisors that told us to have a 6-month saving plan? We need to take accountability. Instead of being upset and being victims, we need to look in the mirror and say, I should have done that, instead of hollering and crying, woe is me. Experience is the best teacher, because it is a mirror. It reflects back to you what is wrong, and is showing you what you need to change. And if you don't understand that, you will continue to go through the same things over and over and over again until you learn the lesson. And when it comes to the dating world, if you're constantly being rejected by the gender that you're interested in, it's time to take a look in the mirror and figure out if it's something that you need to do to change. How can you work on yourself? Is it clearing your skin up? Is it growing your hair out? Is it losing weight? Is it the way that you carry yourself? Could you benefit from more refinement? Can you level up your choice of words, your income, your mindset? What is it that you can do to work on you? Focus on you instead of being angry at the other person or all people that look like that person or that is a part of that gender, and focus on what you can do to level up yourself, become a better version so that you can attract what you want. And losing things is teaching you not to idolize them or to be so materialistic, because there's more to life than just things. So if you have or currently are experiencing a lot of loss in life, I encourage you to take a look at those losses and really sit and think about it and extract as much information out of it as possible and figure out what the lessons are so you can turn your L's into W's. So that's all I had to say for today's video. If you like videos like this, I have my playlist linked in my end cards at the end of this video. I'm not monetized right now, so you should be able to enjoy all of my videos ad-free. It is a free way to support the channel. Also, if you're feeling the vibe, make sure you click like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you'll know when I drop my next video. And until next time, just know that you are so amazing and continue to vibe high. Bye.